Hi, how's it going my fellow netdeckers? This is a review of the Ascended Oasis board. And I have to say, this is the best looking board I've seen in Legends of Runeterra. And as far as value goes, this is the most bang for the buck board. If you look at the board itself, it has the most design elements incorporated in the board. What we see on the screen is a very good comparison between the Ascended Oasis board and the older Ionian board. If you look at the older Ionian board, the design elements are very sparse. There isn't a lot of elements going around, and there are just trees and etchings on the ground. If you look at the board here, just some basic etchings. So that's all. But when you look at the Ascended Oasis board, right, every single nook and cranny has some sort of design element in it. Look at the left side. There's lily pads, there's water flowing through it. There's even a stone platform that is for my pro right there. And on the right hand side, you can see this coin that is spouting water out of it like a fountain. And if you look at the battlefield here, there's also gold etchings. As compared to the Ionian board, there isn't any gold etchings at all. This is very elaborate. And the most important part of this board is that this is the first board. It has a design element at the center of the board where the creatures are being parked at. And you can see that the animation also runs through this medallion. There's water streaming around this medallion here. So if you look at it as a whole, right, there's a lot of design elements incorporated into this board, which makes it bang for the buck. And in terms of design-wise, aesthetics, and how it looks, I would say this is one of the most good-looking board. And not just good-looking, it's very pleasant-looking as well. When you compare this board to KDA board, which is way too bright, way too jarring to the eyes, and you compare this to Club Ox as well, way too reddish and it's way too dark really. This board is bright, but not as overly bright as KDA or Spirit Blossom. It hits the right spot, and at the same time it has color themes like turquoise blue and green and gold, which makes it rather pleasant to the eyes. And the key selling points of a rare board is not just the design elements incorporated into it, it's also the animation elements. So in the rare board, there are two types of animation. The first animation is the environment animation. If you look at the environment animation here, it is the water fountain stream that is flowing from the right to the left or the left to the right. So look at this, the fountain is spouting water and is slowly flowing to this pool of water on the right hand side, and it's flowing through the center. Look at this. You can see some sort of movement on the center, right? And you can see that the water is going to the left hand side as well. And this is probably one of the most immersive environment animation as compared to the older boards. If you look at the older board at the top, there isn't much animation. The animation here is the fireflies that is flying around the trees. Not very immersive, isn't it? And even if you look at this board, right, the top left hand corner, there's some sort of puddle of water there, but it's static. So not as complex or as elaborate as ours. It has the most immersive animation ever. And the second animation in the rare board is the turn transition lighting show animation. When the turn is being passed to you, you will see that the board lights up. So take note of the center here while I pass the turn to the opponent, and when the opponent passes the turn to me, there will be some light show that is coming out. So let me pass the turn first. Okay, let me just play Buried Sun Disc. Okay, you see? There's some sort of animation, isn't it? You can see the light show comes out, the light comes out like from the center, and it kind of spreads out, and it's a gold light, and the gold light spreads out to every corner. It's like a sun like that. And this is also one of the most elaborate animation among all the rare boards. If you look at the Targon board, right, the transition animation is a white color light that courses through the board from right to left, if I'm not wrong. It's like the star constellation. And generally, most of the transition I've seen is just white lights and some other very subtle kind of transition. But this is one of the most beautiful transition ever. You can see that the gold light is shimmering out of the center. Besides the animation, a crucial piece of the board is its music. And generally, when it comes to grading music, in my opinion, is that it has to be very subtle. It shouldn't be jarring like a KDA board where, you know, you play KDA's music, which is like clubbing music, which is very annoying and it's very disruptive. When I play my game, I don't want to be distracted by music, you know. I want to be able to concentrate and play my game, and you're playing with this board hours on end. And if you're listening to some crazy club music, I don't know, for me, I'll go crazy. Hence, I think the best music, I would describe it as an elevator music. The music should be soothing and it should blend to the background and it should fit the board. And I'll be playing a 15-second clip of this music. Yeah, okay, I guess it's 15 seconds now. I didn't count it. But anyway, so based on the 15-second clip that I just played, you can hear that it's very soothing and there's some sort of Egyptian element to it where, like, you know, there's some strings, there's some horns, and overall it blends to the background and it's very immersive and it doesn't distract me at all. And I will rate this as among one of the best music. It doesn't distract me at all. That is the most important part here, and I can play this board hours on end. So I think I've reviewed all the aspects of the board I want to review in this video. Overall, if you really want me to give a grade to this board, and of course I will, as an Asian, I like to give grades and I like to receive grades as well. I will give this an A, which is very hard to come by coming out from an Asian, you know. You will never get an A out of an Asian, but anyway, I will give this board an A because this is one of the most bang for the buck board. The coolest looking one. Yes, one of the most immersive background animation ever. And the music is pretty much very soothing and what I want, you know, not jarring like KDA, which is crazy. And overall, really, for 990 coins, I think this is worth it and you should definitely buy it if you are considering this board. Anyway, if you found the video useful and you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below and let me know in the comments. So thanks for watching.